Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your host, Quise Varoz, and you're tapped into 402 Eats, where I try the most hype food spots around Omaha and figure out if they're really worth it or if people are just talking and making things up along the way. Now, listen, today's episode is going to be a little different, not just because of the food, but we're going to talk about and break down how it actually made me feel, from the experience to the food to my thoughts after trying it. So, buckle up because it's going to be a long ride. Now, listen. We're talking about a famous Omaha staple, Orsi's. I couldn't figure out how to pronounce it, but it's the famous pizza joint that's been around for a long time. And when I say a long time, a place that's been around for over 100 years. And you don't last that long being average, let me remind you. Like I said, it's an absolute staple here in Omaha, so I already knew walking in, this wasn't going to be no regular review. So boom, let's start from the beginning. I pull up, and before I even get out of the car, I'm already noticing something. The parking lot. And look, I'm not the type to sit there and watch what other people got. I don't really pocket watch. But you couldn't ignore it. People were driving Mercedes, Bentleys, Range Rovers, BMWs, all lined up like it was nothing. Like it's just another day. And I'm just sitting there in the car for like a second. All right, what did I just pull up to? Because now this ain't about the food anymore. Now it's like, okay, this place has a certain crowd, and I don't know if I exactly fit in, if you catch my drift. So I get out, start walking toward the door, and I'm already thinking, man, I hope I don't look out of place. And that's real, right? Because I'm a college student. I'm not coming in here with designer fits or expensive watches. All I got to offer is me and the little pocket change that I have. I'm trying to build something, trying to figure out life. So yeah, walking in, I felt it. There was a little heat on me and eyes. I felt it. So boom, I open the door and instantly it hits me. That smell. Fresh bread. Real bread. Not the kind you microwave, not the kind you unwrap. No, this was baked from scratch. Been doing this for decades type of bread. I was joking around with my girlfriend when we went to try the restaurant. I was saying, this is that bread Jesus was talking about. If you know, you know, right? But boom, the whole room is filled up. And then there was something else that I noticed. You start catching the scent of cologne, perfume, like expensive ones. Not overpowering, but noticeable. And it mixes with the smell of food in a way that just feels different. And as I looked around, and yeah, you can tell, people in there got money. If there's one thing you get from this episode besides how good the food tasted, it's people who eat there have money. You see the watches, they're clean, they're polished, the kind you don't even ask the price for. The type that the watch doesn't even make a sound when it's ticking. I knew what type of crowd I was in with. But otherwise, the outfits put together without trying too hard, like people had it on. People sitting comfortable, talking like this is just normal for them. And I'm just taking it all in because I'm sitting there thinking, man, I don't feel like I belong here. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't. But I was just there to try some food. And food is what surprised me the most. But here's the thing. Nobody made me feel that way. Not one person. That feeling, that was all in my head. Because the energy in there, it was welcoming. So let's talk about me sitting down. And once I actually took a second to breathe and focused on the menu and really just trying to figure out what I want, I started noticing the vibe for what it really was. Italian music playing in the background, real subtle, not too loud, just setting the tone. Every now and then a little radio song comes on, but the Italian sound, that's what I immediately, that's what I got. I picked up. That's what stuck. That's the better word I should have said. It gives the whole place this Italy feel. Like for a second, you're not even in Omaha no more. You're somewhere in Greece or in Sicily, somewhere across the sea, and there's nothing but flowers and good food, and it's just a good time. You look at the walls, old photos, history everywhere. You can tell this place has been through some generations. This isn't a business trying to look vintage. This is actually vintage, bringing culture here to Omaha, and that's what I love. Absolute staples. Then the bread comes out. That Italian rustic bread with nice hints of garlic all around it. And I'm telling you, this might have been my favorite part of the whole experience. It's warm, fresh, got slight crisp on the outside, soft on the inside, and you take that first bite and it just slows everything down for you. Because, it's simple, but it's done right. And that's when it clicks. This place started out as a bakery, And it's no, just kidding. It didn't start as a bakery, but you can get those vibes because of how well they cook their bread, and that's the foundation. Now let's talk about our waitress. Her name is Kat. And honestly, she changed my whole experience. She's super kind, super genuine. She wasn't rushing. She wasn't faking a smile. She was real and authentic. And like I said, she made the whole experience even better. We started talking. She told me a little bit about her history. She migrated over to the United States, hoping to give her 2 kids a better job. Like a better life. She's the one working 2 jobs, trying to raise her 2 sons, and she came over from Sicily. And hearing that, it just hit a little different because now I'm not just sitting in a restaurant full of people, like I said, quote unquote, who made it. I'm seeing people who are still grinding too, just like me. People building something from nothing, and that right there, that made me feel comfortable than pretty much anything else. Now, to keep it short and simple, I'm about to get into the food. And I ordered buffalo chicken, pepperoni pizza, and a strawberry lemonade. That's it, because if a place is really like that, they don't need extras. So I just wanted to try the things that made them popular, which is pizza. Now, yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. It's a little pricey. I spent about $75 for everything, which for a broke college student, I'll feel that for the next couple months, but it's all right. It's all about giving you guys the experience, right? And myself, and seeing if I recommend it to you guys. Now, coming here and expecting cheap slices, that's not what you're gonna get. But when the food came out, I understood why it would cost so much. The slices were big, like actually big. Not those weak little slices you finish in 2 bites. No, these got some weight to them. You pick one up and it feels about, like a full course meal. 8 slices total, and honestly, 2 will have you straight and ready to go home and lay in your bed for the rest of the night. And let's start with the crust, right? Because that's what makes Orsi's different. The Sicilian sheet style pizza, it's not trying to be like New York style. It's not deep dish either. It's its very own thing. Bottom got that light crisp, just enough to hold everything together. Like I said, the inside is soft, airy, most like focaccia bread if you ever had that. And that's basically it, because you can taste the bakery quality in every single bite. Now the pepperoni pizza, it was okay. This was the test. If you mess this up, I can't trust you for nothing else, because pepperoni is so simple. First bite, I'm locked in. Sauce, balance. Not too sweet, not too acidic. The cheese melted right. Pepperoni got crisp edges. It's simple, and it was executed right. The only problem I had with it was the pepperonis were too small, and there wasn't enough cheese on the pizza. Now for the buffalo chicken pizza, way different story. The sauce got some heat, but nothing crazy, but it was good enough to let you know it was there. The chicken was actually seasoned. You can taste hints of like lemon pepper and garlic. And the biggest thing was, it was all balanced. Nothing overpowering anything else. You can still taste the crust, the cheese, everything worked together for the better good of your taste buds, let me tell you. Now, I'm not gonna lie, while I'm eating, I'm still observing. People are laughing, enjoying themselves. You see someone get up, they leave a tip, like a crisp dollar bill, just placed on the table like it's nothing. And I'm just sitting here thinking, man, I'm budgeting this meal, and for them, this is a regular pocket change for them. And I had to check myself, because I kind of felt a little out of place at first, but I realized this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because I'm not just here to eat, I'm here to experience, to learn, to see what's all out there. And places like this, they show you a different level, not just financially, but culturally, historically, and personally. So overall, I enjoyed the food. Now let's bring it all together. Is it the best pizza I've ever had? It's up there. Like honestly, top 2, top 3. But that's not even the main point. The main point is the experience, the vibe, the people, the history. From the moment you pull up into the parking lot, to walking in and smelling the bread, to hearing the music, to talking with Kat, to eating the first slice, to sitting there thinking about where you are in life, it all hits. So does Orsi live up to the hype? Honestly, yeah. But not just because of the food, but because it gives you something more. It makes you think, it makes you feel, it puts you in a different space for a minute. And for me, as a college student, still trying to figure out my way in life, that meant something. So would I go back? Yeah. Not just for the pizza, but for the reminder that there's levels to this, and I'm on my way. That's going to do it for the last episode of 402 Eats. Thank you guys for listening to me munch and crunch and talk about my experiences at all these restaurants. I really enjoyed it. I'm your host, Quise Varoz, and I'll catch y'all next time when we hit another spot in the city and find out if it's really worth up to the hype. As always, stay hungry, Stay real, stay safe.